The big question for a lot of people in crypto is how, when to invest in crypto, right? So today we're gonna discuss that if I have $1,000 to invest in crypto right now, how should I invest it? What coins should I buy? And we're gonna keep in consideration that we're going to take some risk, but not too much risk, because you do not want to lose your money, but you also don't want to allocate too boring, right? If you're gonna put it all in Bitcoin, you're probably pretty safe and make money at the end of the day. But can that do 100x? Short term? Nah, probably not, right? So that's what we're going to take a look at. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a couple of coins that I would buy and how much I would allocate in every single project if I have $1,000. Now, first, you have to understand that the market, at the moment, we are in a bear market. Nobody can deny that. If we take a look at the charts right now, you'll see that everything is going pretty much down, even though we are in a slightly relief rally right now. So I'm also going to show you for, you know, like, in my opinion, like, is it wise to buy these coins right now, or should we wait, or should we already buy a little bit, because, you know, you do not want to go all in usually. So with that being said, would like it if you subscribe to the channel, Fomotion HQ, it's brand new. Let's get this to 1,000 subscribers, man. Would really appreciate that. Smash that like button. I know we can do this. Channel doesn't have a lot of views yet. Of course, it's brand new, but I'm putting a lot of time in these videos, so show a little love. I would appreciate it so much. Now, first, let's take a look at the market in general right now, right? Because that's most important. And there are a couple of things you want to have on your radar. So if you do not use TradingView, I will recommend you using TradingView. You can use it for free, but if you want to have multiple indicators and multiple things that you can do with it, then you can pay for it as well. But the free version works fine as well. First, you want to make a watch list, and I've got my main charts right here. BNB shouldn't really be there though, but for the rest, all the important things: Bitcoin USD, of course, Bitcoin longs, Bitcoin shorts, not really that important, although the longs are pretty interesting to see still, but whatever. We got Ethereum, but we also got the DXY, the dollar currency index, and you want this to be as low as possible. That's usually, if this is low, more money is going into crypto. The higher it is, the stronger the dollar is. Now it's on a rampage, right? So that's also the reason why crypto is coming down at the moment. And I'm also looking at some charts. We got the S&P 500 right here. We got the Nasdaq right here, because these, you know, these are pretty correlated with crypto, right? So if this goes up, then probably crypto goes up as well, right? So there are a couple of things you want to have in your watch list. Also the total market cap, the total total 2 market cap, so without Bitcoin, and the total 3 without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's what you just want to take a look at. So let's take a look at the crypto market. And with the crypto market, I basically just mean Bitcoin, since that's the leading currency, right? If Bitcoin does well, you know, most altcoins do well as well. So where are we right now? Because we want to invest our $1,000 right now. Should we do it right now? Well, if we take a look at, this is the weekly chart, and sorry that the chart is all messy, by the way. I can, maybe this is a lot better. So, of course, a lot of people were buying last November around 60K, you know, so when we compare that to where we are right now, then yeah, relatively the answer is yes, it's a very good time to buy crypto right now, right? I mean, it's low. We have multiple indicators showing us that this is, if not the best, at least one of the best buying opportunities ever. So if you are really in for the short term and you really don't really care about what's happening with your $1,000 tomorrow, then you can just put in your $1,000 basically. I mean, in the long term, you will be okay. But the difference is that at these altcoins that we are going to take a look at, if an altcoin now is $5, you know, you can buy it and it will probably go to 10 if it's a good altcoin, or 20, or, you know, depending on the altcoin. But you make a lot more gains if you buy it at $3, for example. It's not about losing the money in the meantime, but it's about making a 40x, for example, instead of a 20x. That's what you can do if you buy at the right moment. So, sorry, I need my coffee. I got so good coffee lately. I need it. So you do not want to time the market, but you also don't want to ignore it, right? But yeah, it's a good time to buy, you know, whether Bitcoin is at $23,000, $21,000. Of course, you want to buy at 21 instead of 23, but, you know, finding support at the 200 moving average, it's a good place, right? Can go a little below, can go a little up. All in all, it's a good place. So let's dive into the altcoins that I am taking a look at if I had $1,000. And I haven't prepared this, really. I haven't really prepared this. I didn't wrote the altcoins down for now. I'm going to just look at the portfolio that I'm building for myself. So, you know, that I'm actually, you know, giving some coins that I also have. And let's just pick some altcoins that are some coins that I think would be great in a relatively small portfolio, right? Because you can't buy this portfolio with $1,000. There are 50 coins in here. You want to buy like, nah, that's not possible. Like that's not working. So we want to be cautious. Now what we can do is okay, let me put it like this. If I have $1,000, right? So if I have $1,000, I would pick one or two from my low risk. I would pick some from my mid risk, pick some from my high risk, and I would pick some from my gaming. Why gaming? Because I see a lot of potential in there. This basically qualifies for high risk. By the way, this is still work in progress. So don't mind the numbers and all that and the amount of tokens in this, right? But yeah, so the first one that I would pick is, it's boring, but it's only one boring coin basically. It's Bitcoin or Ethereum. And yeah, you know, which one? Well, it depends. Like Bitcoin is less risk than Ethereum, although Ethereum is also pretty much proven to be, you know, the lowest risk crypto asset there is, right? So totally up to you what you do with it. But yeah, I would say Bitcoin or Ethereum. So let me open an Excel sheet and to write it down. Now I'm gonna first pick some coins and then I start making the allocation, right? We have $1,000, so we don't really want to have more than, you know, well, 10 is the absolute max. You really want 5 maybe, but yeah, no. You definitely don't want to have more than 10 coins in such a portfolio. So, like I said, first one, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Do we want something else with low risk? We got AVAX, we got Solana, DOT, BNB, Cardano, Matic, and FTT. If I were building this, then I'm more of a risky type of dude. So I will probably skip the rest. On the other hand, you don't want to be completely exposed to this part right here for the rest. But then again, that's if you get 10 coins, right? I don't know. I would skip this. Because I can show you. So these are the coins there, right? Near is not there anymore. I deleted that, but these are the coins. Now, I feel like, I don't know, they are all already so high cap, right? I mean, the lowest cap here is FTX, FTT, with a $4 billion market cap. You know, you could compare this to BNB and say, well, yeah, that has 50 billion. So when it comes to that, you can easily do a 10x with that. But there are so big differences between FTX and BNB still, in my opinion, because BNB, for example, has its own blockchain. FTX doesn't even have that, or doesn't even have blockchain. It doesn't have blockchain, right? So, and that's basically where the power of BNB comes from what I understand. Also, the tokenomics also a big difference. So no FTT. All right, so we got Bitcoin or Ethereum. You know, if you chose Ethereum, then you basically already have a layer 1. But is it a bad idea to have a, you know, more promising layer 1 than just Ethereum? Yeah, in my opinion, I would definitely put in another layer 1 in here. And the layer 1 that I would choose, Depends very much on your risk, because you can choose for Phantom, you can choose for Moonriver, you can choose for Moonbeam. In this case, I think I will go for Phantom. Why Phantom? Because I can show you Phantom has one. It's a good working product that not quite there yet. That's why it's not in my low risk portfolio, but in my mid risk portfolio. But Phantom is a good project. They have a very good product. It's fast, it's cheap, they are always working, so I really love it. Plus it has a high price potential. You see that it came from $3.50, something like that. It's now 1/10 of what it was. So if Phantom keeps building, and we'll see a new bull run, this portfolio that we're building right now is basically to cash out in the next bull run, then Phantom can easily do a 10x, in my opinion. It can go back to its all-time high. I think that's pretty possible. So a 10x on a layer 1 is pretty safe, and you have a lot of reward, right? So yeah, I will choose Phantom as well, just to have another layer 1 in. And yeah, Phantom market cap is more than 10 times as big as Moonriver, for example. Moonriver should be really in the high risk portfolio, maybe. I don't know, for a layer 1 it's high risk. Moonriver is the type of project that will die or do 100x and nothing in between, in my opinion, and I like that. So Moonriver is definitely there, but should you put it in this portfolio if you have such a small allocation? I don't know, because there are other high risk plays we can take. But we got Ethereum or Bitcoin, we got Phantom. So if we got layer 1s, we need DEXs as well, right? Do you want to have the Phantom DEX in that case? Or do you want to spread it out? You'll say like, okay, I have a layer 1, Phantom, for example, and I want to have a DEX, but I also believe in, for example, Avalanche. So as long as I don't have AVAX, then I'm gonna choose the Avalanche DEX, which is Joe, for example. I would definitely go for Joe in my portfolio because Joe is super promising. Far from its all-time high, keeps on building. You can stake it. That's a thing with these coins. Basically, almost everything you see right here, you can stake, right? So you will make more. So if the price stays flat, let's say, you know, hypothetically for a year, you will make gains. That's a cool thing about this portfolio as well. But yeah, I will definitely go for Joe. If we take a look at the price chart of Joe, it's kind of funny. Let me check. Where did I have? Was it in my high risk portfolio? Yeah, no. Where's Joe? Ah, here it is. Right, so if we take a look at Joe, this is not even correct. Here we go. Gates and KuCoin usually have the best information. Okay, so if we take a look at Joe, you'll see that the price is 34 cents right now. The all-time high was $5, right? So it's like, what is it, more than 15 times from its all-time high, if I have my calculations right. That's a fuckload. And why did the price came down so much? Was it because of bad token allocations? No, tokenomics of Joe are very good. Is it because the project is bad? No, project is good as well. You know, if Avalanche, look, if Bitcoin goes down, what it did, like 70%, then altcoins like Avalanche, layer 1s, can come down 90%. Look, it's unbelievable that I haven't even checked it, but from the top to the exact bottom, 90%, right? Now it's down 84%, but good guys here. So that's with Avalanche. But if that happens with the layer 1, then the underlying tokens that are built on that layer 1 are coming down even further, right? So if we now take a look at Joe again, you'll see that Joe came down like, what is it, 90s? I want to guess again, but 97%, something like that. Like, oh my God, I'm good. So Joe came down a fuckload, right? But Joe is, it's the pancake swap of Avalanche. And if you feel like, okay, Avalanche is good, which I think it is because it's fast, it's cheap, a lot of good projects being built on there, then you have to believe in the DEX. So Joe is definitely in my portfolio. So let's go to the Excel sheet and let's go for Joe right here as well. So we got Bitcoin or Ethereum, Phantom, and Joe. Let's go for the next one. I think think I'm gonna stick with 5 coins in this case, so you make the most out of this, right? Because this could do a 10x, but if you only have $50 sitting in it, then it's not like, yeah, it's still good, but yeah, you can make more out of that, right? So let's go back. Let's go check out what else we could add. All right, so we have 2 more to go, right? So mid-risk, cool, done, right? There are a lot of good projects in here, like Chainlink, like Rune, like these are safe. These could do a 4 or 5x, but I want, you know, we already have safe tokens that can do a lot of gains. And now we want to go to the slightly riskier projects that could do 50x's, right? Because we only have 2 left. My high risk portfolio is not complete yet, so I'm not going to pick from this. So no, I will go for 2 gaming projects, because gaming has a lot of niches as well, right? You have the games, you have the gaming blockchains, you have the gaming launchpads, you have the gaming studios, you have, I don't know, a lot of stuff, right? So what can you do right here? Well, I would go for one single low cap game right here that can actually do 100x, because that's actually possible in this niche, right? So which one should I go for in that case? We have Nino, which is a single game. Nino is, let's take a look at Nino. I'm just thinking out loud here. Sorry for that it's kind of long and dragging, but I don't want to cut too much of this. Just want to show you what's up. So Nineko, Nino, I don't know. I don't know. PancakeSwap, did you find X? Cool. Can we get this on TradingView? Of course we can't. Thanks. Luckily, we got Dexels, right? So if you take a look at the chart, it looks like it is completely dead, right? And that's what I explained in previous videos as well. That's what you want in a bear market, right? You don't want dead projects, but you want projects that price-wise look completely dead. I mean, it went from, what was this? It went from 88 cents to a tenth of 6 cents. It was 0.006 cents, right? That's incredible. I mean, you know, if that's super hypothetically, and you should never only think like that, but if it goes back to its all-time high, then you are sitting on a 140x right here. People paid this, right? So was it worth it? Yeah, people paid for it, so it was worth, right? So why did it came down so much? Well, the bad tokenomics are not really that much of a case anymore, because half of the supply is in circulation. So, you know, of course, the price can short term come down a little bit, but not that drastically, right? So what's up with the project itself? Well, the project itself, the game is, as far as I know, already out now. They have a good team working on it, so that's nice. That's always what you want to see. They have a good up-to-date roadmap, official launch. Yeah, a little unprofessional maybe, but just one typo maybe. Well, it's the first word I read. On one hand, you could be like, okay, it doesn't matter. On the other hand, if you're really being a little bitch about these kind of things, you are skeptical, right? So, you know, you want to do some good research on this before you buy it, of course. And I'm working on it, right? So I haven't had the time to read every single fucking word on the website yet. But if I run up on a lot of these things, then it's out of my portfolio. Very simple, right? So, but for now, Nino, what's the reason it came down so much? Well, you can stake it right here. Depends on how many people stake, but if you connect your wallet, you'll see, and I think it's like 50%, something like that. So, on the other hand, it's quite of a good thing, because there are coming more tokens out, but the tokens are going to you. What you always want to do is just check out the Telegram. Very simple, scroll through it, go look like, okay, is there a lot of talking going on? Yes, there is. Check out the pinned messages. From when is this pinned message? From yesterday. So, it's very active. Team is still working, so that's good to see. Then you want to take a look at their Twitter as well. Are they updating people there? And it's also important, that's not the case in this case, but you know, are they maybe followed by some people? So follow some decent crypto people on Twitter, right? And if they follow them, then you know that a lot of important eyes are on the project. So yeah, super high risk, high reward, but I would take this for now in the portfolio as the most high risk play, right? It's like DAI or 140x or something in between. But yeah, this is not bad. And then at last, you don't want to take such a high risk anymore, but like really low risk, like for example, Gala is one of the better projects in here. But price-wise, it's already ranked so high, right? So yeah, it kind of depends on the risk you're trying to take. If you want to go more for the quality and the less risk, I would say put Gala in. Or IMX, something like that. But if you feel like, I'm willing to take a little risk right here, then I would go for Altura or Super. One of these two. Because these projects are kind of proving themselves. But on the other hand, there's also still a lot of growing potential. Look, Altura is sitting 23x from its all-time high. Tokenomics are not that bad. Yeah, all looking pretty good. So I would say, yeah, okay, this is not a bad one. Super, almost same story. 28 times from its all-time high. Also a very good project. In this case, I would say Super has some more potential and is a little less risk. So I'll go with Super in this case. So we got our 5 coins. We got $1,000. What are we going to do with it? Well, at first I would like to say that in the very high risk, in this case Nino, I wouldn't put more than 10% because, you know, if you lose $100 out of $1,000, that's doable. That's nothing too crazy. You can still sleep probably. But like I said, it also has that 100x potential. And if you do 100x on your $100, then you make $10,000, right? So then you do a 10x on your complete portfolio with just one asset. So that's the risk-reward ratio you could take, right? So in that case, I would say $100. So we have 900 left. How would I allocate that? Well, let me check. For Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would go, you know, a lot of people would say $500, but that's, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of boring or something. So I feel like, yeah, if you just take 25%, for example, $250, and you put that in there, you know, over the long term, you know, you're going to do a 4x on it, right? It doesn't matter. It could take a while. But if that's your long-term goal for the next, well, long-term for the next cycle, then you have at least your profit, right? So there, with that, it's possible that you can make your $1,000 back as well. So we got $650 left. I would say put $150 in Super. Okay, I think it's doable. So we have $500 left. Let me check. Is that correct? Yeah, $500 left. Then I would say $300 in Phantom. Why do I forget this thing right here? And $200 in Joe. This is how I would allocate it. Because could you make your $1,000 back with only Bitcoin? Yeah, could be. Yeah, definitely. Could you make it back with Phantom? Easy. Could you make it back with Joe? Easy. Could you make it back with Nino? If it doesn't die, if it delivers, more than easy. And could you make it back with Super? Easy. So you basically only need one of these 5 to do pretty decent, right? To get your complete portfolio initial investment back. And the rest is all pure profit, right? So how should you buy it? Well, I think you could, but look, there are kind of 2 ways to do this. It depends on when you are doing this and how the market's looking like in that time. For one way, it doesn't matter because I would say dollar cost average. I don't know. It depends on what you think that how long the bear market is going to take, right? If you think that we will be going at least sideways for another 3 months, yeah, then I would say put in a third right now, a third in a month, and a third in a month from then. Right? Because if it goes down, you can buy. If it goes up, you can also say like, okay, I'll wait. If the market has a crash again, I'm gonna buy then a little bit, then ride the wave up. But if it has another correction, I'm gonna buy again. Downside is you don't know that that's going to happen though. If it shoots up from now, you're missing out. So I would at least buy a third right now. So, but all in all, dollar cost. I wouldn't buy it all right now. Like I said, not because you are going to lose it. Yeah, it could be that tomorrow it's worth half of it, you know, in theory. But like I said, for example, if we take a look at Joe, this is exactly what I mean. If we take a look at Joe right now, you know, if it now goes back to its all-time high, and you buy it right now, right? And it goes back to its all-time high, then give or take, you make a 14x. That's very nice. That's very nice. But the low of Joe was 17 cents instead of 34 cents. If, big motherfucking if it goes back and you buy it right there, and you then go to the all-time high, you do it 28x. So that's the big difference. So therefore, I would advise dollar cost. Don't wait like, okay, there's going to get a new bottom and then we buy, because probably not, and nobody knows. So I wouldn't bet on that, because then you have the chance of missing out and all that. That's not that smart. But I also wouldn't go all in right now, because you could just be missing out. Look, this little bit, like I showed you, this looks like nothing, right? If you zoom out the chart, it looks like nothing. But this difference right here is doubling your portfolio, right? So how dollar cost? Let me know what you think. What should you put it? What would you put in? I will go for this, but you know, it's just my opinion. Do with it whatever you want. For now, I hope I helped out a little bit. If you like the video, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, let's go for at least 600 subs today, right? I mean, if you're watching, you can sub as well. It's so, I would thank you so much. For now, guys, trade safe. See you soon.